Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. It's week 10 this week, and since it's week 10, we've now hit double figures. I was thinking that maybe I could do a top 10 list of something. You know, it would make sense to do a top 10 list in week 10. But I'm just struggling for ideas on what to do, and I don't know. I need some inspiration from somewhere. That's it! I'll do my top 10 on my favourite superhero movies. But first I need to get into character. Of course, I had to dress up as your friendly neighbourhood Spider-Man. My favourite superhero, of course, the best one. He might appear on this list, you just don't know. But let's start off at my 10th favourite superhero film, and that is Guardians of the Galaxy. This film went into intergalactic space for the Marvel Cinematic Universe. It gave us some great humour from actors such as Chris Pratt and Zoe Saldana, Rocket Raccoon, voiced by Bradley Cooper, and Groot, voiced by Vin Diesel. And the second film is imminent. May the 2nd, I believe, is when it's coming out, and I'm extremely excited for that. But Guardians of the Galaxy tops off my list at number 10. In at number 9, we have Iron Man, the film that kicked off the entire Marvel Cinematic Universe. This film starred Robert Downey Jr. as Tony Stark, aka Iron Man, and it gave us the beginning, the seed that planted everything that was and is still to come in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. It is still one of the best movies that has been in recent memory for superhero films. You can say that it definitely all began with Iron Man, and it absolutely deserves to be on my top 10 list. In at number 8, of course, Spider-Man number 2. Spider-Man 2 was just outstanding. It starred Tobey Maguire, the best Spider-Man, as Peter Parker, and also had Alfred Molina as an incredible Dr. Ock. He was incredible, and fantastic direction from Sam Raimi. This film was absolutely beautiful to watch, and that train sequence alone deserves a spot on this top 10 list. In at number 7, The Dark Knight. Well, okay, I know what you're thinking. The Dark Knight isn't number 1. Are you kidding, Ed? Well, for me, The Dark Knight is one of the most overrated films in history. Everyone says how flawless this film is. I am sorry, this film is not flawless. It has an awful ending for me. The whole Two-Face thing was just unnecessary. They should have cut that completely. I do, however, think that Heath Ledger's performance as the Joker will go down in history as one of the greatest performances of all time. Not just in a comic book movie, but in movies of any genre. But this film really set the tone for a darker mood in superhero films, and it really has planted the seed for other movies to do the same. We got Man of Steel the year after. We got Batman v Superman last year. Obviously those films weren't fantastic, but they can all go back to The Dark Knight, which has laid the foundation for moody comic book movies. And The Dark Knight is great, don't get me wrong, it just doesn't deserve to be higher up on this list, just for me. This is all personal opinion. You might think that The Dark Knight is number 1, and that's fine, but I don't. Right, on to number 6. In at number 6, the film that brought all these Marvel characters together for the first time, the Avengers. What a film this was. I remember going to see it in the cinema, 2012, with my dad too, and we had a hell of a time. This film brought together Thor, Iron Man, Hulk, Black Widow, Hawkeye, Captain America. I almost forgot those people, but oh my word, what a film this was. Fighting against the Chitauri. I almost said the Jihadi. They fought against the Chitauri and Loki. This film was just awesome. A fantastic action movie, great comedy, great action set pieces, great acting as well. And it was just a really fun movie. And now, since then, the Marvel Cinematic Universe has progressed in such a fantastic way. It had to be on my list. My feet are actually sweating. In at number 5, we have Captain America, The Winter Soldier. And this film took a really different turn as to what we would have expected from a regular Captain America movie. In the first one, the first Avenger, we saw the story of his World War II epic as he fought on the Red Skull. In this film, we see the invasion of Hydra behind enemy lines be taking over S.H.I.E.L.D. And it was very much a spy film, an espionage thriller that didn't really focus on action as much, but rather story and characters and development. Instantly, this became one of the greatest superhero films ever made. Captain America, The Winter Soldier absolutely goes on my list in at number 5. In at number 4, Batman Begins. And again, I know, you Dark Knight fans, just calm down. For me, personally, I would rather watch Batman Begins than The Dark Knight. I just have more fun with it. I just enjoy watching it more. It's the beginning of this new wave of comic book movies. 2005, Batman Begins really set the tone. Christian Bale, Christopher Nolan, and Liam Neeson. What more of a combination do you want? For me personally, Christian Bale's Bruce Wayne and Batman are my favourites. Ra's al Ghul, played by Liam Neeson, was superb. And of course the directing by Christopher Nolan was just magnificent in parts. For me, it just has to be on my list. In at number 3, guess who's back? It's Spider-Man, boy! Spider-Man, the first film. 2001, I believe. 2001, Spider-Man. Tobey Maguire, best Spider-Man. Sam Raimi, best Spider-Man director. What more do you want? A. Green Goblin, played by Willem Dafoe, one of the best portrayals of a villain ever. Willem Dafoe is just such an amazing character. He's not even a character, but he might as well be, because he fucking plays the Green Goblin amazingly. Sorry, I'm just getting quite emotional right now. You see him? You see, Spider-Man is the best. You can't beat Spider-Man. I know there are 2 films above this movie that I prefer to Spider-Man, but you just can't beat Spider-Man, okay? He's the best. Spider-Man 1 comes in at number 3 on my top 10 list. The top 2 now. In at number 2, Captain America Civil War. Wow. Wow, 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 this film. This film was like an Avengers 2.5. We had a slight disappointment with Age of Ultron. I personally still really liked that film, but it was slightly disappointing and underwhelming, certainly after the first effort that the Avengers went through. And then we got Civil War. This introduced Black Panther. This reintroduced Spider-Man, your boy. But it also brought together the biggest challenge that the Avengers had faced. Each other. Now this pitted Team Captain America versus Team Iron Man. Who was gonna win? I was Team Captain America for one half of the movie. Then I was Team Iron Man for another half of the movie. I was flip-flopping over and over. And in the end I just couldn't decide. I just wanted both of them to win and both of them just to hug each other at the end of it. But they don't. They go off their separate ways. They are still angry by the end of the movie. And that's what makes this film absolutely incredible. And one of the best, if not the best, action scene at the German airport where all the heroes collide in one fantastic mashup. Absolutely. Captain America Civil War gets a deserved second place on my top 10 list. Now finally, we have reached the number 1 spot. It's not The Dark Knight for all you Dark Knight wankers out there. It's not Civil War. It was Civil War for me, but it's not anymore. One film has beaten Civil War to the top. What is that film, you ask? Well, wait no longer, for that film is Logan. Logan. What an absolute masterpiece of a film. Hugh Jackman has been playing this character for the past 17 years. He is a legend of the comic book movie world, and it is so fantastic that they gave him the most perfect send-off I could have possibly imagined. This film was gritty, it was dark, it was bloody, it was violent, it was gratuitous, it was exciting, it was heartwarming, it was heartbreaking. But most of all, it deserves to be number 1 on my top 10 list. If you haven't seen Logan, go fucking see it now! And that concludes this top 10 list. I really hope you enjoyed today. I am absolutely sweating my cock and balls off under this suit, and my feet are just gonna stink. They're really sweaty as well. But yeah, thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and give this like a video if you want to see more videos of me dressed in my Spider-Man morph suit. It wasn't cheap, but I'm so glad I bought it. Anyway, I will see you guys next week.